Hide your kids, hide your wife, guys, because it's a Stiddy party up in here, Broncos country. I'm joined by my good friend who will be in attendance tomorrow for the AFC Championship. Kodiak Broncos, are you feeling it? Are you pumped up? Are you even just 1 ounce worried about this Broncos team going into a frigid matchup tomorrow against the Pats?
Oh, man. Pleasure for having me on, David. Thank you, first of all. And all I can describe the feeling of is it's a blender of all those. So my answer to that question is yes. I'm feeling worried. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling pessimistic. I'm feeling every emotion that you can feel before the AFC Championship tomorrow. First time in a decade. But let's not remember. Let's take 1 second to remember this, that a decade ago on this exact day, I was sitting in the exact same seat that I'm going to be sitting in tomorrow at this time, and we saw the fireworks fly to go to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I'm just really excited. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I see you got the Stiddy jersey on, man. I love it. I love it.
It's a game replica, as you can tell. It was hard to get, but I can maybe get you one
Yes,
to
please.
wear if I overnight it. Would you wear it to the game?
I would absolutely wear it to the game.
Yeah, man. But man, I can't wait. Going into last week's game against the Buffalo Bills, I was so pumped for that game because I'm like, man, Bo Nix is going to outplay Josh Allen, and people aren't going to want to talk about the fact that Bo Nix outplayed Josh Allen in a playoff game, and nobody's talking about it whatsoever. Nobody wants to talk about it. So then this week, man, I can't wait for just Stiddy to shock the world. Dude, Stiddy, your whole life will change tomorrow, dude. You're gonna make yourself somewhere between $50 and $100 million if you go out and sling that rock like we know you can, man. I'm pumped about it.
Dude, I'm pumped about it too. And man, I'm just, I believe because the team believes. Okay, they're saying they're treating this as business as usual. Stiddy has prepared to start every game over the past 2 seasons, whether or not he's actually had to or not. He actually hasn't had to until now. So, but yeah, I mean, August 2024, what does he say when Bo Nix wins the starting job? I know I know I'm a starting quarterback in this league. So, you know what? Jarrett Stidham, it's time to put your nuts on the table, okay? It's time to prove yourself. I think he's probably disappointed it took this long for him to get a chance to prove himself, but man, oh man, what a stage to get a chance to prove yourself that you are basically auditioning for 31 other teams. Well, not necessarily 31 other teams, but the ones that have QB openings this offseason. And I could see, he balls out tomorrow. Arizona, 4 years, $120 million contract. It just seems like a Cardinals thing to do, right?
Yes. Yeah, how about this, Cardinals? We'll give you Stiddy for cheap if you take Vance Joseph.
Let's go.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because we'll get the draft compensation, but yeah, man, the Stiddy commercials, they're gonna be great. If he plays well, he's gonna be in all these insurance commercials. Why? It's not Ben DiNucci that's in these. It's that other guy from the Giants, man. Why am I blanking on his name? That's in all the oh, come on, dude. The Italian guy.
Oh, DeVito.
Yeah. DeVito, yeah, dude. He's way more marketable than Danny DeVito. Not Danny DeVito, man. What's his Tommy DeVito?
Tommy Cutlets.
Not as marketable as Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, his whole life can change tomorrow, and it's revenge against the team that drafted him, that didn't even believe in him, man. That did not believe in him to put out the wash Cam Newton in front of him, man. Patriots fans are acting like he lost the competition to Cam Newton.
Yeah, no. Who else did they put out there in front of him? Brian Hoyer the Destroyer. And then what is the first thing Josh McDaniels does when he gets to Las Vegas? He trades meaningful draft capital for Jarrett Stidham. Now, okay, maybe I should take back the word meaningful because it was like a 6th, 7th round swap. But man, he was trusted enough by, we hate him, but he's a heck of an offensive coordinator. Then what is the first thing that Sean Payton does here, even before we sign Powers and McGlinchey? We sign Jarrett Stidham after he put his nuts on the table on New Year's Eve 2022 against the 2nd-ranked defense of the San Francisco 49ers that year. So, you know what? He's not averse to the big moment. He is going to go out there. He's going to sling it, man, especially because I don't trust this run game to get anything going. So, yeah, I think we're in store for a shootout tomorrow because everybody thinks it's going to be such a rock fight. But, man, The Broncos defense hasn't been the same since the bye. Everybody's saying, well, the weather is going to be a factor. Dude, I'm expecting both these teams to come out and put up a lot of points.
Dude, facts, man. I'm just expecting this to be a game that goes how nobody assumes because I'm fully ready to get on the post game talk about how Jarrett Stidham outplayed Drake May in a playoff game. That's what I'm talking about. And Patriots fans, man, where was this one? Vic saying here, come on, make Patriots fans cry more than Bills fans. That's why I said bookmark this. I said bookmark this video. Jarrett Stidham is going to ball out in victory for the Broncos. That's how I feel about this game, man. And yeah, maybe it will get us like a second round pick or something like that. But dude, I don't know. Like they can say they're not underestimating Jarrett Stidham, which actually is false because Milton Williams could give two craps about who is playing quarterback for the Denver Broncos this week. But I think there's just a natural underestimation that's happening subconsciously when you know you're going after a backup quarterback. And I mean, as you react to this, Cody, I'm going to pull up some photos of Jarrett Stidham, and you tell me that this man is not freaking ready to go to war tomorrow and get us a victory.
Absolutely. Let's see it. Let's see what he's looking like.
All right, let me find it here. Sorry, I hope I'm not blowing out my mic. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh no, it wasn't populating. All right, hold on. This is a live show, guys. Send super chats if you want us to have a producer, but until then, you're gonna have to deal with downtimes like this. Okay. All right, here we go. Kodiak, you're the one that shared this with me.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, man, is this not a man that's gonna get the job done at quarterback tomorrow?
Oh man, I think had he not been rocking the grill, had he not been rocking the earrings, had he not been rocking all the chains, I don't know. I think there was kind of a little bit of aura, maybe potentially lacking with him because he seems like such a backup quarterback by the way he talks. But man, seeing the drip that he has, seeing the ice that he has on his wrist, on his neck, on his earrings, literally every possible area of his body where he can't have jewelry. The fact that our quarterback is dripped out for the game tomorrow, it lets me know he's ready. Okay. What do you think about this? Do you think he's just oozing with aura right now?
Yeah, this is exactly how I want my backup quarterback looking going into a conference championship game, man. And like you said, I mean, drip from head to toe, and probably places that we can't even put on YouTube too. Like that's what's awesome too, is that he's probably literally, dripping from head to toe, literally. So yes. Jarrett Iceman Stidham, is that what we're going to call him? Because it's also going to be like sub-zero temps. Are you like, I'm worried about Drake May's small hands in the cold, but for some reason I'm not worried about Jarrett Stidham's small hands in the cold.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But the Patriots, hey, they're used to this weather. The Broncos are a warm weather team, because every game that we've had this year has been over 60 degrees besides the one that happened last week. So I don't know. It's been a very, very warm winter here in Denver, but I don't know. I'm interested for the challenge because, the only thing I can say about it is the altitude does not care. Okay. The altitude does not care that the New England Patriots are used to this temperature. All right. I can guarantee by the end of the second half and by the end of the fourth quarter, the Patriots are going to be like, or they're going to be not going to know what hit them because, yeah, we're used to it. And Jarrett Iceman Stidham, he's used to the altitude. He's used to throwing up his wrist in the altitude. He's used to having all those diamonds on his neck in the altitude. I'm not sure Drake May is. He's from North Carolina, dude.
No, man. No, definitely lacking in aura. I don't even know if he even wears a simple chain. So yeah, that could be the difference in this game. Also, why Jarrett Stidham's going to ball out. Can we talk about how he got no one wants to admit, but our future wide receiver one, Pat Bryant, back this week?
Huge. Absolutely huge. And unfortunately, I don't know if Troy Franklin's going to play. Seems like he's not going to, especially because we elevated Elijah Moore and Michael Bandy. But you know what? We got Wattenberg back, and that's huge for dealing with the Patriots' interior rush of Christian Barmore and Milton Williams as well. But there is one thing I want to touch on. Okay. You mentioned going back to the nickname thing, Jarrett Iceman Stidham, literally anything is better than Drake May May. That is the stupidest nickname I've ever heard. It is heinously unfunny. I can't believe it's like become a big thing. And the extra benefit, if you end the Patriots season, is that you put that stupid ass nickname to rest. Like that is. Do you even know how that started, David?
No, I
Okay, I
don't.
want to give you a little bit of lore. So there's an account named Drake Maylover on Instagram that has 300,000 followers, and he stole it from an Evan Neal fan page. So you literally stole it from one of the worst offensive linemen in the NFL's meme pages. Evan Neal. Now Drake May. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's heinously unfunny. I can't believe anybody over the age of 12 thinks that that's a funny meme.
Dude, actually, that nickname for Evan Neal is the most like Evan Neal type of nickname, man. That's actually a great nickname for him. But yeah, like you're saying, it doesn't make any sense for Drake May.
I mean, it makes sense for an O lineman who's been trash his whole career and shits on the fans and is like, all the people that are booing me that are Giants fans are burger flippers. For a guy who is a total scrub, it's a hilarious nickname. But for a quarterback who was in MVP consideration this year, who my MVP vote would probably go to if I had one, come on, you can do better than that, dude. You can do better than that.
Yeah.
Drake, May. Nah, Jarrett Iceman Stidham clears.
I do want to ask you about this because you're the numbers guru,
Okay.
and there might not be many numbers for us or many players to go after with this, but number 8, I feel better about number 8. See, made number 8.
Yeah.
Don't disregard the Surtain. That was an error nameplate, but man, number 8, Bubby Brister. People say Bubby Brister could have won a 3rd straight Super Bowl for the Broncos in '99. Yeah, we've had some like decent number 8s play for us, right?
I mean, have we? Kyle Orton. I mean, who else was it?
Kyle Orton, he helped the Bears get to a Super Bowl. I mean, Rex Grossman was playing in those playoff games, but dude, Kyle Orton could have got to the Super Bowl starting for that team.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think of other number 8s. Was our punter? Wait, hold on. I'm going to look up the Broncos all-time jersey numbers, and it seems like I'm struggling to find it. Okay. Best Broncos ever to wear the jerseys, to wear each jersey number. Okay. 8, Brandon McManus. That's what I was thinking of. All right.
Oh my God, but we hate him now.
McMoney. I mean, sure, we hate him, but do you not remember what he did 10 years ago? He was money in those playoffs. All right. Now, granted, after the 2016 season ended, there was never a time where he hit a game-winning field goal or a clutch kick. Actually, that's a lie. Week 2 against the Raiders 2018. Other than that, he pretty much choked at every stretch of the woods. But 10 years ago, he was McMoney for a reason, okay? They went to the White House, and Obama said that he was the engine that made this team go. And you know what? He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong because he was our most consistent player.
It's true. And it wasn't until he left wearing number 8 for the Broncos that he started stealing from charities, allegedly. So,
and allegedly, disclaimer, allegedly, doing very questionable things on flights.
In the spirit of Deshaun Watson or Ben Roethlisberger, pick your poison.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. Bubby Brister, Brandon McManus. I'm trying to think of it. Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton's a good reference, man. That was probably around your comeuppance, right? In becoming a diehard Broncos fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who else was okay? So let's just take away. Let's think about all the other 8s. Let's take away the first number of the jerseys and think about the guys that we've had wearing 18, 28, 38, 48. All right. For some reason, there might be an obvious answer to this one. Who wore number 18? Who wore number 28? Who wears number 38 right now? First guy that comes to my mind is number 28, Corell Buckhalter. All right.
Oh my God.
First one that comes to mind is Corell Buckhalter.
I was thinking of Monte Ball.
Yeah, Monte Ball. Who else wore number 18 for us? I feel like there was a pretty important guy.
I don't know. Probably wasn't as good as Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, you're probably right. Does he have his jersey hanging up like somewhere in the stadium, or the number hanging up somewhere in the stadium?
He might.
Okay, that makes sense. But number 38, Jaleel. Yeah. Number 58, Vaughn.
38 is kind of a bad number, man.
Yeah, 38 sucks. 68, Zane Beatles. 78, Clady. 88, DT. 98 pot roast, or no, he was 94. Wait. Oh, yeah, he was 98.
You got a Tunavasa from was that his name? D tackle for the Broncos in the Super Bowl years.
I'm trying to think.
I could
I don't
never
know.
pronounce his name right.
I wish Jeremy was here.
He was the one Polynesian guy on the team, like on the starting lineup that just went absolutely. And he wore like a dark visor, number 98. He was like 400 pounds, dude. He's huge.
Dude. Oh, man. If only we could have him back for tomorrow against Ramondre and Trevion.
Yes. Oh, by the way, this is a digression, but CU did bring in a defensive tackle that was 378 pounds.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like
Samu Tuananamu Pepe, I think is his name or something.
Oh, yeah. And you guys got Santana Hopper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I saw him like in one of the charts that I was looking at along the likes of Ruben Baines. So you guys should be stoked about that. But you know what I'm bricked up about tomorrow? John Franklin Myers. Okay.
98.
Yeah, 98 going up against Jared Wilson, Garrett Bradbury, Mike Nwenu. Okay, the Patriots, they've had a very formidable interior this year, but they have not seen a rush like the Broncos. All right. Yes, I know the Texans and Chargers, nasty defensive lines, but your pass rush gets an even bigger boost when you're at home. And the Patriots played at home against those teams. And so naturally, their pass protection is going to take a bit of a hit.
Yeah. I really feel like, man, we need, because 10 years ago, I still feel like people were expecting the Patriots to come into Denver and beat us. I don't remember what the line was, but man, our defensive line just made life hell for Brady. And nobody was expecting that, I feel like, outside of Broncos country, man. We got to have that same type of performance. And maybe going with the theme of 8, maybe we have an 8-point drive. I don't know if that would make any sense, but maybe our final score that we put up is divisible by 8. That would be pretty cool.
Well, 16 probably doesn't get it done. 24, 32, 40, 48, 56.
Dude, if he throws for like 7 touchdowns, like who's that guy that did it for the Packers and then got signed to the Seahawks and lost the job to Russell Wilson?
Matt Flynn?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Can we get a Matt Flynn type of performance tomorrow from Jarrett Stidham?
That'd be. I
would almost build a statue for him. I don't care. If
he's
gone after this season, dude, you got to.
Honestly, if he just wins one game, I'm getting his jersey on my wall.
Dude,
if he just wins one game, like not to say I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl, but tomorrow I feel like is how do I put this? I just feel like you're going to learn a lot about this team tomorrow. You're going to learn about not about Stidham, but the other 52 guys on this team.
Yes.
You're going to learn a lot about the coaches. You're going to learn about Sean. You're going to learn about Vance. You're going to learn about. It'll be a huge, huge teaching point for us. I think a lot more than New England.
Yes. And I just love the fact, dude, like we're not going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars or like, the Chargers or whatever. Like it wouldn't have this sort of, but going up against the Patriots, it feels right. It feels right to start hating them again. And I'm very happy as a fan we get this. And you get this AFC championship over them as your backup quarterback, man. This is a game that we'll never forget, ever.
Exactly. And, I think, you've been seeing all those 2016 things all over social media. You've been seeing all those people posting like, oh, it's 2016 again. You see people posting about the mannequin challenge. You see people posting all the songs that were popular in 2016. What a way to throw it back to 2016, right? By having the Broncos and the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, right? I think we may have taken this 2016 thing a little too far, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least our quarterback, to our knowledge, has feeling in both of his hands, right? Is Jarrett Stidham a better quarterback than 2015, 2016 Peyton Manning?
I mean, it's hard to be much worse than 2015, 2016 Peyton Manning at the time, but Jarrett Stidham also didn't have a plantar fasciitis injury in training camp, and he didn't have 5 neck surgeries a few years ago. And then, I don't know. I feel like Peyton's body was just completely breaking down on him.
I know. It's amazing what he was able to do. It's amazing that he had to still contemplate retirement.
I know. But ultimately, you said it on Horsepower Hour, right? There has never been a Broncos Super Bowl run where we have not relied on our backup quarterback to get things done. Okay.
Yes.
Bobby Brister, Brock Osweiler. Listen, I know that it's sour grapes with Brock Osweiler for a lot of people, but listen, man, It's not his fault that John Elway let him walk out of the building. Okay, I would give up
Over $2 million. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I would give, I know people say he was a waste of a second round pick. I would trade 50 second round picks for a backup quarterback that held down the fort during a Super Bowl run. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I'm not an NFL GM.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I don't know.
Brock again, wasn't a good. He wasn't the smartest guy, man. He was. You know the story with his tattoo.
No, what?
Oh my god! I remember when this came out, like after he's drafted, I was like, "This is not a good sign. This just isn't a good sign." Well, like he was Jack Elway's roommate, and
Yes.
so
Yes.
like I really wonder how much scouting was done outside of like, man, this guy's got all the tools you want to see, right?
Yeah.
But he got a tattoo in college that said "Live life to its fullest," but he put an apostrophe on "its."
Wait,
So it's on his live life to it is fullest.
To it is fullest.
Yeah.
Jesus. So it should have been ITS apostrophe, not IT apostrophe S, right?
Oh, well, in the English language, it's actually an exception. You shouldn't have an apostrophe on it at all in that context.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Roan saying Shane Ray, wish he worked out. Wow. Talk about a throwback from 2015. Man, I remember seeing
our Jade Barron.
Yeah, I remember seeing now. Hopefully Jade Barron doesn't get a Chiefs tattoo on his back.
Oh my god!
But thinking about Shane Ray, man, I remember seeing all those articles when he was busted driving with weed. If that happened today, it would just be another story for an NFL prospect. He'd probably just be like, whatever, no possession charges here. But Shane Ray, he falls to number 23. Apparently, we trade up for him because he's a top 10 talent, and I don't know. Everybody played their part in the Super Bowl 50 run. Okay, Shaq Barrett, man, Jonah Ellis going up against his brother on the other side, Christian Ellis, who laid a nasty hit on Jackson Dart.
How about Kayvon Webster? Kayvon was awesome.
David Bruton,
R. Devin Key,
Lamine Barrow. Did he get cut after?
Who was our fullback?
Oh shit, this is gonna bother me. I don't know if we had one, or we had to have because of the Kubiak offense.
I don't even know who our fullback was.
I'm trying to think, but regardless, we had depth for days on the defensive side of the ball, and it took all 53 guys making a once-in-a-lifetime run. All right, let's see. Who? I literally can't find it. Okay, Owen Daniels was our H-back. Virgil Green. Juwan Thompson? I'm trying to think.
Dude, I don't even remember Juwan Thompson.
Juwan Thompson, he was like a random really, really big running back out of Duke, I think.
I do remember Vernon Davis.
Yeah, I remember he sucked for most of the year, but
you bring in a tight end that's like extremely underwhelming.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have extremely underwhelming tight ends on our team, so there's a lot of similarities to the 2015 team. Actually, no, I should say Owen Daniels miles better than what we have right now in our tight end room. So I won't disrespect Owen Daniels like that.
Yeah, Owen Daniels was pretty good, man. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, you're
right about.
Who I wish we kept was Joel Dreesen, man. I liked him.
I did too. Jacob Tammy.
Yeah, Fort Morgan guy.
Yeah, exactly. Local Colorado kids, but either way, oh yes, Nick's going to replicate Von's 2015 AFC Championship game tomorrow. In all seriousness, if there's anybody that we need a big game from tomorrow, it's Benito. Yes. Okay. And I know that we need Allen, we need JFM, we need Cooper, especially to finally get going. But Benito is where I think we can really, really hurt the New England Patriots because Will Campbell struggled quite a bit these playoffs. He came back from his MCL sprain, and he just has not been the same player at all.
Rest in peace to the champs, Ronnie Hillman and Demaryius Thomas. We got to win this game in their honor, playing against the same opponent 10 years later. What were we talking about?
Nick Benito.
Oh, okay. What's going on with Jonathan Cooper? You think he's playing hurt?
I wouldn't say he's playing hurt. Even if he is, I don't think that's a valid excuse because I'm just going to be honest. It's kind of like a PJ Locke situation where it doesn't matter what they show. If they're on the field, you pretty much have to judge them based off of what they are showing. If they are active, if they are on the field. And Cooper, to my knowledge, has not been on the injury report at all this season. Now, listen, it's the NFL. Everybody plays hurt. But if there's any time where you need to get going, all right, you played against, I feel like he's been very, very quiet since the Chiefs game. I feel like there's been times where I'm just like, man, this guy's invisible. So it's time for him to get going, man, especially because Morgan Moses has been in the league for, it feels like 30 years now. It feels like he always does a good job holding on the right side of the line. So if you can kind of break him, have some cracks in their armor where they're good on the offensive line of New England, it's going to be a rough day.
All right. Who are some guys? You've talked about some of our big players that need to just, step up. But do you got any like hot takes or fun predictions of some guys that aren't stars on the team that'll have big days to propel this team to victory?
I mean, I'm feeling Justin Stidham does something tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be, but I just feel it in my soul. Okay. I was there at the Giants game where he made the pick to propel us to the comeback against Jackson Dart. Man, what a story it would be. Okay. They signed Dre Greenlaw to replace you. Okay. And then Justin Stidham has been probably our best linebacker this whole year, yet he's not on the field as much as he should be. So I think it would be great for it all to come together. I think it would all be great for Justin Stidham to finally prove what he is capable of. I think he balls out. Do you have any bold predictions?
Yeah. So number one, devastated. J.K. Dobbins teased us this whole time. I mean, he didn't know. He didn't know 3 weeks ago when he said the target was the AFC Championship game, right? But dang, that was kind of a gut punch. So
I know.
The sicko part of me wants to say that Tyler Bidet is going to make like a huge play on a big third down. But I ain't gonna go that far, man. We need RJ Harvey to get some serious plays where he's getting yak. We don't score that touchdown at the end of the fourth quarter against Buffalo without RJ Harvey getting that like 30-yard run or pass, man. That was incredible. And he could have been tackled maybe 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So we need that. We need that.
We do. Jaleel McLaughlin, man, you started this year basically not playing. You got one chance against the Jets and you looked just flat out terrible, like you didn't belong. But then weeks and weeks, you've been ramping up. You've shown that you deserve your chance in the NFL. Okay, Dobbins goes down, and I know that Sean won't commit to the run. All right, you know that Sean Payton. All right, he'll probably what's your over under for how many times the Broncos run at this game with their running backs? What's your over under for ball carrier attempts with
carrier attempts?
Jaleel
probably over under. I'll go with 20.
Yeah, we'll throw Mims in there too. Oh, I'm hammering the under. Okay.
You're hammering the under for 20? What did we have last week? I'm looking this up.
10, I think.
Oh my God. Did we really only have 10?
Well, we had 22 rush attempts, but 12 of them were from Bo.
Oh my God. We only had 10. Yeah, you should set the line at 15.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But, ultimately, that's just what you're going to have to do, and how. The thing that pisses me off about this team is why are we having guys like Troutman? Why are we having guys like Prentice? Why are we having guys like Adkins on this team if you're not going to run the ball? Okay, they're here just basically to block and do nothing else.
Right. They're like, here, we're going to have a running identity and we're going to run it 10 times this game.
We're going to have a running roster. We're going to have like 8 skill position dudes who are here for the sole purpose of blocking, and we're going to throw the ball 70 times a game.
We're going to be throwing 40-yard bombs to Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Exactly. And we threw 600 pass attempts this year. And yeah, I don't know. That's just, it was mainly to supplement the fact that we didn't have a run game because we couldn't just keep sludging it for 1 yard per carry. But, you're right. I think RJ Harvey, it's been a while since he ripped one. All right. Down to down, listen, he might not be that good of a runner yet. But tomorrow, man, Luke Wattenberg back. We're going to need these guys to make plays.
Yes.
We're going to need these guys to make their plays. All right.
And how about this? How about Riley Moss making a play on shutting down Mac Hollins? I want to see that so bad. I want to see Riley Moss get in the mind of Mac Hollins, dude. I hate that dude. I hate the fact he's going to be active, man. Him and his stupid barefoot shtick.
Oh, my God. I'm going to find this one. I'm going to find this one post. I'm trying to find this one thing where Mac Hollins did earlier this year. Hold on. It was like, I remember I replied to it on Twitter and it got a bunch of likes. I'm trying to think. It was really, really stupid. Trust me, I'm very close to finding it. But yeah, man, Matt Collins, he's just a pest. And I feel like he's like Nazem Kadri, for those of you guys who remember on the Avalanche, where you love him if he's on your team. But if he's on the opposition, you can't stand him.
Yes. He's like Draymond Green, man.
Okay. All right. I
That's how
found it. This was before the Patriots played the Bills. This was before the Patriots played the Bills. Going to be similar weather conditions, but the Patriots ended up losing this game. I have a feeling that if he showed up wearing a shirt, he would that they wouldn't have lost the game. And then my response, it got 406 likes. Who's just going to tell him that this shit's not tough? Riley Moss. Riley Moss is going to tell him this shit's not tough. And guess what? I'm wearing the Moss jersey tomorrow. All right. The only other jersey I've worn to a game this year has been Hufanga against Green Bay, but I'm wearing Riley Moss against the Patriots.
Let's freaking go. Dude, shout out to the one Patriots fan in the chat. He needed to let us know Stidham hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. Are we screwed? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was actually at the last game where he threw a pass, so that's interesting.
Was it? But I agree, man. Like what I Smarty is saying. A cool name, by the way. Hey, they need to air it out. Stiddy, get the nerves out. You can afford a mistake early in the game, but not late. Wonderfully said. So that's what I'm saying, man. I guess little Jordan Humphrey isn't. He's not active, or A.T. Perry isn't active. I mean, devastating again. But why don't you cook something up for Elijah Moore? If he's going to be active, throw him the ball.
Yeah, what are you cooking up for Elijah Moore? I mean, are you cooking up a go ball on the first play of the game? Because he's replacing Troy Franklin. So is he going to replace Troy Franklin with the horrible ball coordination, the horrible deep ball skills, the bad hands? Or is he going to replace Troy Franklin with the ability to just make things happen over the middle of the field? There's two sides to the coin.
Oh, man, we just need him to make a play, man. Elijah Moore's a talented player. I don't know why he's kind of been hopping around on practice squads, man. And I know he was with the Browns for a little while, but it's just like, dude, they got this guy on the Browns. His name's like Larvadarn or Laverdane. Dude, they got that guy on the roster over Elijah Moore. Really?
Listen, Elijah Moore, as much as I would love for him to go off tomorrow, it appears that he's nothing more than just a total scrub who has just popped off at certain points in the NFL so far. But I mean, he was a second-round pick by the Jets for a reason, which that probably should have told us everything. But man, he made some plays with the Jets his rookie year, and that was kind of it. But he came here last year, and guess what? He came here last year and he dropped over 100 yards on us the last time he played at Empower Field.
Dude, that's crazy. So he's a ball out. But yes, Richard, not only are you playing this game in Denver, you got to go up against Jarrett Iceman Stidham, man. This guy hasn't played in 2 years, man. None of that matters. He's got the mental reps, right? He's got the ice. Drake May doesn't have this. Okay? Look at that.
Yeah, Jarrett Stidham is snow miser and Drake May is heat miser. What's the temperature going to be tomorrow? It's going to be like 10 degrees, which I think that bodes a curse for heat miser because Drake May's jersey number is 10.
Hasn't thrown a ball in 2 years. What's he do every day? Obviously, he's getting ice.
Yeah,
he's practicing.
Yeah, he's going to the Rolex store, just buying more ice.
Yeah, at the Rolex store. All right. Well, yep. Stiddy's arm is geriatric since he hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. Man, this is pretty funny, man. You know what? It would be really cool to see Michael Bandy take one to the house if we take Mims off of return. But this game's almost too important. I don't think you can take Mims off return.
No, right? Fuck no. What? No, that'd be like an OnlyFans model getting a breast reduction. Like, why are you taking Mims off kick return? Especially when New England could really hurt you on the other side with their returner.
You know what? They should be taking Bidet off for return. I'm about done seeing that. We get to like the 25-yard line every single time, man.
I know. Like, and then I mean, our return game sucks considering that our special teams coordinator literally invented the new kickoff.
I know. You put this whole thing together, dude. He can't even find the right personnel to take advantage of it.
Exactly. But, luckily, I don't know. Our special teams has been, in the first part of the year, they made noise in every game, whether it was good or bad. Okay. Feels like it's been a little more honed in lately, but still, I just want them to be in the background doing their job.
All right, Kodiak, we got to wrap things up. But dude, thank you for hopping on. And, again, wish I could overnight this Stiddy jersey to you, but I just ask that you drink some blueberry Red Bull in my honor before the game.
I will tomorrow, man.
Thank you. Where do we find you? When will we find you next after the game?
I'm going to do 5 things we learned. Actually, that's a good question because I don't know. Getting home after Broncos games, it's been pretty random this year as far as when I get home. But yes, you can expect to see a video tomorrow night from me, a short tomorrow night from me. I will put something out at Kodiak Broncos. But yeah, man. And then you will also see me here on this channel Monday night for Horsepower Hour.
Yes, with me and Marquee Sports and Jeremy. It's gonna be great. So yeah, go subscribe, guys, to Kodiak. Links in the description. Again, I'm going to be wearing my Stiddy jersey for the live play-by-play reaction going on. So, yes, y'all bring your Stiddy jerseys, which means your profile pictures, guys. We need to see Stiddy profile pictures making their way into the chat. Matt Lucas says Stiddy's going to throw for 300 yards. Sean's going to have him dropping back 25 times. I mean, that kind of would be the most Sean Payton thing ever, dude, is to just not change anything.
I mean, it's going to happen. Here's why. Because A, we don't want to run the ball. He doesn't want to run the ball. B, he has all the confidence in the world in Stiddy. So it's a double-edged sword, okay? You're going to drop
back.
He
never talked this way about Russell Wilson, the way that he talked about Jarrett Stidham last week. Are you kidding me?
I know. And he's like, well, first thing he said once he announced that Bo's going to be out, he was like, Stiddy will be ready to there was a lot of speculation. Are the Broncos going to call Phillip Rivers, who somehow is a candidate for the Giants, or no, who was
Bills.
it? Bills. And then, yeah, a lot of people were just like, is Brady going to come out of retirement? Nah, dude. It's going to be Jarrett Iceman Stidham.
That's right. Get the movie script ready. Guys, we appreciate you so much. Shout out to all the Broncos fans, all the regulars in here. Be sure to smash that like, subscribe on the way out. Shout out to Kalshi again for sponsoring the channel. Come on now. Broncos big time odds. And actually, we're going to do this before I sign off, man. We're going to, because I got a few dollars left to play on Kalshi. Use code DTB for a $10 bonus when you deposit 10. Links in the description. Come on now. They sponsor the show, and we're going to put some money down on an anytime touchdown, man. How does that sound? That's going to be a lot of fun.
You know what? Do they have root beer vape anytime touchdown on Kalshi?
Oh, they do have root beer vape anytime touchdown.
If you would be so kind to highlight this comment real quick from Paul, who's always in our comments. Shout out to you, Paul. We got this root beer vape is pulling another slow-mo spin for a touchdown. I was at that game against the Colts last year where he did that. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yes. So
yeah, hit some root beer vape before the game for me too.
Oh man. Yeah. I've never ever touched nicotine in my life, but wouldn't that be hilarious if
do it for a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Don't demonetize this YouTube for talking about nicotine, please. Okay. So you can see here, Broncos are at 34%. Actually, their odds are going up. People are knowing ball. People are knowing ball, man. We started all this, so low. So low. Well, what happened earlier this week? I don't know. Anyways, AFC Championship winner. We want to find, who are we wanting to find?
Root beer vape, Nate Atkins.
Dude, Nate
There
Atkins.
we go. Let's go.
Here at freaking 6%. And he's had stock go up. What the heck?
Let's go.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna do everything, man. I'm gonna do the rest. I got $3.97, dude. So payout is $62. Let's do it, man.
And once this actually comes to fruition, you can actually buy 2 things of root beer vape for Nate Atkins because he complained about it being $35 instead of $30 at the other stores, right?
Yeah, we can start a GoFundMe for Nate Atkins root beer rape crate. That was an all-time.
Can you tell we're excited, nervous, everything in between?
Yeah, root beer vape charity fund, man. He's a guy in the back end of the roster. What, he's only making $1 million this year, whatever it is, $750K.
I know. I know. These guys that are on
Poor
minimum,
guy.
these minimums that are only making $1 million a year.
I know. Yeah. But all right, we're gonna sign out of here. But guys, we appreciate you so much. And again, I'll be back maybe about 15 minutes before kickoff, maybe 20 or 30. It depends on how amped I am doing my live stream. Kodiak. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Go
Dude,
Broncos. Welcome to the city party.
Dude.